Hey John, how you doing? Welcome back. Today we're gonna check out the newest Need for Speed Carbon Redux mod. Hey, new Carbon Redux, new logo, let's go, shouts to Chrissy. Speedrunning Carbon is actually easier than Most Wanted because you don't have to deal with the random cops. Definitely more color than usual. Usually, you know, Carbon with like a crap tone of blue. I gotta say, this reminds me a little bit more of the Underground 2 look. 150k is a pretty low bounty considering what we did. True. But yeah, shouts to Chrissy. He's been working on Carbon Redux for a very long time. I think it's been 2 years since the last update. Okay, we get slightly different colors for the areas. I gotta say, this is a really nice blue. Maybe we can pick that for my team. It feels like driving in a really cold night, and that is why the weather is so clear. Let's actually take a look at the dealership, if there's already new cars in there. Oh, there's a Miata. I'm probably gonna cheat myself some money, so we can actually play around with some stuff. All right, new car. When's the last time you drove a Miata in this game? Chop top. Ooh, convertible. Let's go. And then obviously new spoilers as well. I don't remember the Trailblazer, but maybe it just looks different on this car. I think I should get for a more low-profile spoiler on this car. Max. Let's make this as ridiculous as possible. Would you like some car for that arrow? So much air the car will stop moving, man. Ooh, fancy exhausts. We should probably fit those in with the rest of the body kit. Disgusting. Oh, we can make them bigger as well. Of course. If it doesn't cut into the body kit, I'm not satisfied. This is not a game where you get more grip if you max this out. Oh, that's color. Oh, that's cool actually. Neon dual, LED dual. Oh, that's how you change the hue. That's cool. Man, that is extensive. That is some really extensive tuning options. Wait, there's another hue? I can mix colors? Oh yeah, it says dual. Although I feel like it just mixes them together. You can adjust camber again. Underclaw license plate customization. Oh, 8 characters. I see how it works. It's gonna take a while. Actually, not too long. Let's get some special symbols here. I'm just gonna save that before the game crashes. I think we're gonna have to upgrade the spoiler to something bigger. Yes. I don't want it to be too high though. That's like the only thing. Oh, even the NOS has a modified color. I wonder how many of these features were actually available already. Wow, I need more top speed. Were already available in the previous version, but I think it's been 2 years since the last time we had Carbon Redux. So, shouts to Chrissy for working on this. So it was available, but it wasn't as... Can I drive under him? Dude, my limited top speed fucks me over here. Man, even for a tier 1 car, this might just be too slow. I guess now I have a proper difficulty level. Nice driving. Holy shit. Yumi already messing with me before. Well, the thing is, we are in Kenji's area, so you're gonna encounter Yumi, and now she's gonna rubber band on your ass instead of for you. I remember this body kit from Underground 2. Not sure if it was also in Underground 1, but probably not. I wonder how easy it is to adjust the points that the opponents are making. Because everyone and their mom knows the drift events are a bit too easy. So maybe even in a mod like this, that overhauls the game, maybe the opponents should also have their points adjusted. Obviously not too hard. Car's actually not bad for drifting, feels nice and grippy. But pretty terrible as a race car, quite slow. One thing I kind of noticed for myself, in order for an arcade game to be fun, it needs to be quite well developed. Because there's plenty of indie people making arcade races, but none of them really pique my interest. Not because they don't have licensed cars, but you know, the overall game isn't just that impressive to me. Like, I'm actually playing some indie racing games outside of the stream to see if I can find like a gem somewhere, but most of the time it's just pretty mediocre. Racing is in a weird spot where arcade racing is barely existent. You get some simcade, and most other simulation races are just clones of another. Like all of those pure sim races, they kinda end up being the same, right? If you're striving for is realism with physics and the real world tracks, like all of those games end up being the same, which makes them really boring to me. Because you played one of them, you played all of them. So for me it always has been a hard pill to swallow and not something I'm engaged in. Yeah, Forza Motorsport is just another example really. Although that game is probably less boring than some of the sim races out there. It's still a pretty catastrophic game with too many flaws to count. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the last Forza Motorsport, because, let's be honest, everyone and their mom prefers Forza Horizon, and they have probably 50x to 100x more players on Forza Horizon than Motorsport. So it's really hard to argue that, you know, they should make another Motorsport. BeamNG might be the one exception where like an indie racing game. That and Trailout. Trailout was fucking surprising to me. Like, that is actually a good game. Definitely some over-the-top memes in there, which makes it really fun on the first playthrough. I might feel out of place for some people that are not into meme culture. Like, if you don't understand memes, it's probably just weird to you. And although I know many memes, there were some memes in there that I did not get at all. Like the Franklin reenactment, I did not get whatsoever. My biggest disappointment with this game is how short it was. I remember playing through it on 4 hours on my first playthrough. After spending weeks on my first playthrough of Most Wanted, it was so insane. It was so insane to me how short the game was. And also not having the cops as an integral part of the gameplay was like a double hit to my heart. I always felt like Wolf was a higher tier opponent than Angie, so we're gonna do Angie first. Race Wars has different rewards than just money. Ooh, maybe I should do it then. Maybe I can get a car. So what is the reward? A Mitsubishi Eclipse GST. Drifty Boys here. Oh, they actually give you access to the 240SX. There's a Scirocco in the game now. Okay. 159 Ti. A Hyundai Cube. No idea what that is. A Leon Cupra R. Chevy Fairlady. I think we already should have access to tier 2s, yeah. The old RX-7, new RX-7, and how's that even a fair comparison? It's funny, like how they took all the edges and they just removed them. Love how they are back to back. No, it's so unfair. It's so much better in performance as well. One way, in order to make progression better, in my opinion, was always to have like some cool rewards locked behind big races. So for example, you would get a car from this race that you can't get anywhere else. Like, that's still the best motivation to do something. To get a unique reward that you can't get any other way. Like, that would actually get me to do this event early on. If I knew I would get a slightly better reward than I would get from other stuff. Uh oh. Ah, pain. Dude, look at that acceleration. Okay, he's gonna go hard right. It's my golf. Oh, interesting. Darius, the Invisible. Yumi reminds me a little bit of myself when I play Most Wanted, where my car is just that much faster. Oh, look at the customization option on the Ford. I gotta say, the unlock schedule for this game was a bit weird. Having to do specific events to unlock specific upgrades did not work as well as the chapter system of Most Wanted. It's too easy to miss out on a certain event and miss the upgrade, especially the way it was displaying to you when you unlock something. The scrolling text, super annoying. It's another day in Palmon City where our teammate is doing all the work. I think this is a very clear indication like how rushed this game was. In my opinion, this situation should not happen, where your car is too weak and your teammate is way too strong and wins everything. Because I know I made heavy use of my teammates because my car was too slow for a lot of carbon. And you know, whenever I get my hands on the M3 GTR, it's like, oh man, a most wanted handling car in this game feels so good. The cars that get closest to the most wanted handling are the tuners, but they nerfed them so hard in regards of acceleration and top speed, they might as well not be in the game. Yeah, you actually lose if you play Carbon on the city on the PSP and your teammate isn't first. Especially funny when you activate them as drafters and then they drive in front of you. And they beat you and your event fails. Cross looks cool as a bounty hunter. The dreadlocks fit him, in my opinion. Dude, is that a raised Crown Victoria? Oh true, we did see a Ford earlier. that's kind of cool, man. I like the ricey Crown Victoria. They stole a cop car and riced it up. I mean, while there's plenty of story Need for Speed to build on, it's still not gonna make a good game. You know, in my opinion, they need to first and foremost focus on gameplay. Like, before they can worry about making an elaborate story, they really need to fix the gameplay. Hey, kill Yumi, let's go. You need a strong base first. Get a strong base and then we can talk about making the story relevant. Like, I don't want them to spend like half of the budget on the storyline if it kills the game, if it kills the rest of the game. Yeah, and I also have to agree, I don't think the story is that important. Can be good, but Most Wanted would still be an amazing game without the story. It's just a few cutscenes. Like, I remember... you mean the carry. I remember Most Wanted for the cop chases and the fun racing. And also it's multiplayer. That's what it's highly regarded for. You know, the story is just a bonus. It's like the cherry on top. Also, did you know that they are stronger when you turn off the ability? With the ability turned on, they hold back a lot more. You know, one game I like to use for comparison is World of Warcraft. Like, that game managed to hook me so badly with its endgame content. I'm not sure why that is so hard to emulate in a racing game. To create an environment where you actually want to keep playing for a long period of time and it actually ends up being fun. Because a game like Gran Turismo 7 just feels like a grind to me. It never felt very rewarding to like gather up 20 million credits just so you can buy one single car. I mean, you could argue World of Warcraft was a grind too, but the differentiator for me always has been that it was fun. I mean, this is mega nostalgia from 2008, 9 and 10, but at the same time, now that the classic servers are out and people are re-experiencing World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King expansion, and even before that Burning Crusade, like, they had a blast. Like, so many people coming back to the game, re-experiencing it and absolutely loving it once again. If I have one regret, it's that, you know, I couldn't re-experience that without like massively fucking the stream, right? Like, I would have loved to replay Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, but it would be terrible for the stream. Most of you guys would not want to watch that. And to be fair, I've already experienced it once, I don't need to experience it again. I just realized that we're doing this entire chapter with a stock car. There's a Crown Victoria, which is actually a tier 2 muscle car. The Sylvia Golf. Let's say I'm in the mood for the Crown Victoria. True, this game didn't have body kits, just... okay, there's deletions. Whoa. Oh, okay, some cars are gonna have fenders. Bavarian. The M3 GTR spoiler is called Bavarian. Okay. Car looks ridiculous. I love it. Alright, so this car is a muscle car. Should be fair against Angie. Not even the Crown Vic is safe from Rise. Of course not. See, that's why we deleted the bumper, because she was gonna ram it anyways. I wouldn't call the Viper the fastest car if it gets beaten by the Corvette in a speedrun. For me, the fastest car is the car that has the best lap times and not just be fast in straight line. Yeah, I think the RX-7 actually did a much better job, although it wasn't having any upgrades. That's very interesting. Don't think I ever drifted into this cutscene.
Thing is, I can see him coming a mile away.
Dum 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 dum. Oh, fixer. Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. Oh wait, there are body kits. Whoa, what the hell? I heard you like it wide. And the car is literally 16 by 9. It's filling the entire screen. Bavarian. Oh, there's the GTR body kit. Oh, that's funny. Adding the GTR body kit to other cars. The new Ford M3, man. Bootleg GTR, yeah. That's actually kind of cool. I mean, look at this. It becomes a different car. Entirely. I want this one. Oh, the car looks ridiculous. It looks like I'm about to play Burnout or something. Maybe not Burnout, something like... have you seen the movie Death Race? It's like 50% bigger than before. How many attachments do you want in your car? Yes! This is Crown Victoria from Wish.com. Look how massive it is. You know what I hate in Carbon? They swerve left and right. Rather than being permanently right like it was a Most Wanted, they swerve, and then you can't get them away from you if they are ahead of your car. I was about to say, hey, we are finally ahead of Yumi, but then I looked at the mini-map and she's already 4 seconds ahead. This intersection is fantastic. Oh wow, I'm actually seeing Yumi shortly before she blows away. There's gotta be a lot of magical things happening in a race for me to beat Yumi in a speed challenge. What the hell is a Skyline GTS 25T Type M? I've never seen this model before in my life. The Europa S, I tried that one before. Quattro Golf. Yeah, let's take it. New car it is. I don't think I've ever used this car. Maybe in Street Racing Syndicate there was an option. It's a rear-wheel drive version of an R34 3. Interesting. Okay, we might not have too many options. That makes it look like a muscle car. There are some pretty ugly spoilers in this game. Okay, that ended up being a lot more basic than I thought. But the thing is, the car doesn't have too many options. I mean, in comparison to the other car's customization, that was very, very limited. Oh, it drives way better though than the muscle car. It's gonna be more fun to drive. Oh, were my brakes glowing? Oh, they are. That's cool. I did not think that was a feature. The car is good. Oh, I just realized that the brakes are glowing permanently. Still a cool effect when you're turning. And Nikki is actually a reasonable teammate. Until we get to some more tough corners. Then she kind of breaks. Le Mans Quattro already. We could try Darius' car. I hate this car. I find it one of the most boring luxury cars in the world right now. Bentley Continental is such a brick. This color really represents my feelings about it. Oh, we can get an M3 GTR. NSX, Corvette. Okay, I know the M3 is really good, but I think I'm in the mood for Darius today. A specialties. It's like, what is special ties? The Mentis. Isn't that just Darius' body kit? That looks a bit too smooth. But I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Apex. That's actually fine. Let's take Apex. The wheels. It's funny, like I never cared too much about the wheels. You know what my issue is? When I have too many options, I lock up. And rims is one of those things where you have so many options that if I find an option that I like, I don't need to improve it much further. Right, like the default rims are actually not bad looking. And to me, at some point, rims, they kind of start looking the same. Obviously, they all look different, but you know, in my mind, like it doesn't really matter. Like I'm perfectly fine with stock rims. In my mind, they end up, you know, creating the same effect. It's something like extremely subjective. Everyone in the chat would take different rims. Let's try if this thing is canyon ready. The too much offer dilemma. Absolutely, like that has been a problem for me in my entire life. If you give me too many options, I can't decide. Like if you give me a shit ton of options, I will just pick whatever because it's just too mentally challenging to find like the best option because there's so many options. Like at some point I will just pick the first best that I see, and I'll be happy with it. I think my brain just tries to avoid perfectionism because I know that will lock me up. Like whenever I get into a situation where perfectionism could be a choice, then I lock up completely. I knew I'm gonna be wasting a shit ton of time. The most difficult canyon race. It gets even worse when you play like custom mods where the opponents get stronger cars too. Wait, did they change the drift handling? I just oh yeah, true, I remember in the trailer. Wow. Okay, pro tip. Slam the handbrake and see what happens. It might not be faster, but it's definitely something cool. Custom drift physics. The thing is, you drift really, like you don't get much grip. You know, that's the problem. In comparison to the drifting that you usually have in Carbon, this does not give you any extra grip. It just makes the car slide. It's not really something you want to do in a canyon. It is like the 2015 drifting. It's super true. Yeah, I don't think I can utilize that for a time gain. Never really thought about it that much, but you're right, this is the hardest canyon race. Maybe one exception, the one against Darius. Darius is also extremely strong. I think they're on pretty equal footing. The speedrun, it's a bit easier. You just take a muscle car, overtake him early, and you win. But yeah, the concept of canyons, I wish that would come back to Need for Speed. It's super fun, and it's a nice change of pace, right? It's super nice change of pace coming from the open world racing all the time. Dude, how much calculations are going on in the background? Because I really think that the game does this on purpose. Like letting you barely survive. Like it seems so staged. Kind of shows you how the exotics are neither very grippy nor very fast. When I have a hard time catching up to Kenji, man. Gotta say, Blue Nose, dude, this shortcut here is so well hidden. Like I've missed it for a very long time. In the other direction, it's kind of easy. You see the big ass opening, but in the other direction, you don't really see it. So close yet so far. Because it's an exotic, and exotics in these games are tanks that can barely steer. You know what's funny? The muscle cars have a better time steering because they just oversteer. And as they're drifting around the corner, they end up getting more grip than the exotics. So the exotics are straight up pointless. But so are the tuners because they might have great grip, but they're so slow that they have no chance. So at the end of the day, you really just can pick a muscle car if you want to be fast. That's why I didn't like the 3 handling models of this game, because it basically made 2 of the car classes completely useless. Like from a meta game perspective, it makes so much sense that one of the 3 is gonna be the best. And muscle cars were too good, even around corners. So, you know, it's not like the muscle cars were like the best only on like more straight line tracks, and then, you know, maybe the exotics or even the tuners would have been better for more technical tracks. But at the end of the day, you just muscle card everything for the fast lap times. So yeah, you might have 3 car classes, but effectively you have 1. What's that traffic car? So, a little review here. Amazing new graphics, fantastic customization options, and some revamp on the cops, which I didn't read into too much, so I guess we're just gonna play around and find out. In the trailer, he basically challenges us to reach heat level 10, so let's do it. You know what I dislike the most about Carbon's map design? If you stay on the road you're pointing at, you will go in circles. Like if you just follow along the road you're driving on, like you're gonna be here in like 3 minutes. You're gonna be back right here where you are. Casino layout. But yeah, that's like my biggest beef with this world map. Like basically circling in itself, and it doesn't really promote you to get into the other areas. What is the challenge? Get to heat level 10. I was basically challenged by the trailer. The trailer saying, can you survive until condition 10? It's basically, like, in the trailer it said it's gonna be a 1 hour chase. So that's what I'm trying to survive right now. Don't get busted within an hour. I mean, it becomes difficult once there's gonna be spikes, because then I actually can't turn off my brain anymore, and then I have to make sure I don't run over the spikes. How long can I make him push me backwards? Shortcut. That works a little bit better than Most Wanted. Uh-oh. Fuck! Ah, shit. Can I keep my heat level? I think there are markers though, right? There are also markers in this game, if I got any. I should be able to keep my heat level and continue. Alright, attempt number 2 at heat level 10. Yeah, I gotta say that would be a fun mod that incorporates the cops just like Most Wanted does in order to advance the career mode. I mean, I kinda understand Black Box didn't want to do exactly the same, but the cops are so fantastic that taking that feature out completely makes the cops really redundant. Like, you have no motivation whatsoever to deal with the cops because you get nothing for it. You know, maybe if they gave you a bunch of cash for actually engaging in a cop chase, then people would have done it in this game too. Redux uses Solica's limit adjuster to get those custom cops. Nice. Shouts to Solica. Shouts to Crazy. Shouts to all the mod makers around the world. In such a long cop chase, the map just feels small. I missed out. Yeah, I know, but oh shit. Oh. Bastard trying to kill me. Oh, it hit level 10. What changed? Is it all cross now? Oh, it is. At least one cross in there. I guess cross just joins the black Corvettes. Yeah. Hello. Oh, game got laggy for a second. I guess I'll keep the chase going as long as there are songs in the queue. Let's see if I can survive as long as the music is playing. They got me. They literally sandwiched me in a 360 formation. GG. So now you know, condition 10 means cross. The thing is, if I pair with the marker, I don't think I keep my heat level.
How's your car running?
Yeah, you go back to 5. Let's buy something new. Might want to check out the Veyron. Know the Sonda already. CCX, Carrera GT, F40, Diablo, all the new cars. 360. Why is this super old Ferrari in here? I genuinely don't think there's too many people that care about a Ferrari 360. Dude, how many tier 3 cars are in there? Guys, Supra 3000 GT. Ooh, look at all the 3000 GT lovers. Let's try out the Veyron. Stage 4 dancing. How much can we destroy the car? I guess it gives you all the freedom you could ever want, even if it doesn't fit the car. Oh yeah, that looks terrible. Oh, what is this? Oh, weird. How many zones are in this thing? What is this spoiler, dude? This is gonna be a great car. Excited. Bugatti wheel ROM. This looks so stupid. I mean, I would be lying if I would be saying this is the first time I've seen a car like this. I have seen some retarded car builds like this. This car is literally taking up 2 car lanes. I wonder where the hitbox is. Yeah, okay. Dude, with these wheels, the spoiler is not even that obvious. You know, this could be an amphibian. I wouldn't be surprised if that car could drive on water. There's so much air in those wheels. Bugatti Wheel ROM. I prefer Bugatti Wheel ROM. It can probably turn the wheels another 90 degrees and turn into hovercraft. This is a car that would call you bro. I leaked a new Bugatti model. It looks like a remote-controlled off-road version of a Veyron. The longer I look at this car, the more normal it gets. Not really. It's like filling out the entire shortcut. Crap. Would it be fast if my wheels touch the ground? Not like this. Corvette is insane. Can easily out-accelerate this car. GG! Shout out to Crazy and his newest mod, man. After 2 years we get a new update for Carbon Redux, and you can make beautiful cars like this one. Like how the reflections are like gold. Looks fancy. I'm out, sleep tight, do come back tomorrow for more, and good night, hotshots. Bye bye.